Hi guys, I'm Ashley J and welcome to my channel. It's Ashley J. I thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me today. And I wanted to chat with you about life and how life can sometimes throw some loopholes and turns and twists and monkey wrenches in what you're working towards. And it can mess up your whole vibe. And I wanted to talk to you about it because this is what's been happening with me this week. Um, this week has been rough for me. It's been different things, schedules getting messed up, and emotions being raw and all over the place. Things have been just crazy. Starting with the situation that I found out on Monday, I think it was. I don't want to get into the details too much about what I found out because I didn't ask if I could talk about this situation, but it has to do with a family tragedy that my family has gone through maybe almost 2 years ago now. And when this tragedy happened, I wasn't able to grieve the situation like I should have. One, because I was pregnant and I didn't want to go off crying and being upset and throwing things and lose my son. And then after that, I was trying to be strong for my family who was directly impacted by this tragedy. And it was like on that day, Monday, everything kind of came to a close, and it wasn't what we really wanted to happen. And I kind of just felt like I just broke down, and it set the tone for the rest of the day. And this happened in the afternoon. Before that, I was having a great day, but this happened in the afternoon, and it was just like, it just messed everything up for me. I mean, I was just out of it. And, my emotions and earlier, like way early in the morning, my husband got a call from his mom, and she wasn't feeling great. And, we had to get the paramedics over there to her house. And so I was worried about what was going on with her. She's fine, thank God. But I was worried about what was going on with her. So that, on top of hearing the news that I heard later on in the day, my day was messed up. I was messed up. And I still am a little messed up. It's just now it's starting to get better. And, I was just like, man, what else can happen? And the next day, sometimes being an intern, you get the thing, you have to do things that you don't necessarily want to do. And I was faced with that. It was presented to me prior to Tuesday, that my supervisor wanted me to go to a group home and conduct some group sessions with these teenage boys. And because of the things that I heard that was going on at the group home, I was kind of like, I don't know about that. But I said, okay, well, I'll do it. So first of all, let me tell you, like, my emotions were still kind of raw, and I was really tired because I just wasn't sleeping good that night. And I had to drive 2 hours away from my home to get to this group home. And that's partially my fault because I didn't know that it would take 2 hours to get to where the group home was. And then also, like, he never shared with me how long it takes him to get there. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm looking a mess. I know that's the other thing. My schedule got messed up with my hair appointments and whatever. Anyway, so I get to the group home, and they're like, okay, well, we thought you were going to be here at 4:00. I'm like, 4:00? He told me 11. So I'm sitting there. All the boys were not there. And I'm just sitting, and I'm like, am I going to wait here all this time for these boys to get here? I don't know. So I met with a few boys that were there. It was interesting, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I finally just sat there and I felt myself getting really frustrated because I was just sitting around waiting. And my supervisor, he came, and it was just like, you know, he didn't think anything of it. He, what the plan was, he didn't stick by it. So it was just like, all right, well, whatever. And I'm talking to my family. I'm like, I'm really over this. So I decided to come home. I told them I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. And I came home. I did some running around, but I also had class that night, and I just was my mind and my body was just not in the right space for all of this. So it was, it was terrible. So, I'm saying all of this to say I was complaining about things and I was upset about what was going on and how things was going down. But I saw a quote, and in the quote, it said something to the effect of, you say life is terrible, but what can you compare it to? And, I can think of so many other things that's worse than what I was experiencing this week. And I'm glad and I thank God that I didn't have to experience those things. I wasn't kicked out of my home. We still have cars to drive. We have food in our refrigerators. Like, there's things that I had to do that would just bring everything back into perspective for me. And that's why I'm feeling a little bit better today, because I just had to be thankful for what I do have. And I'm giving you this story because, things will get messed up, but we have to be thankful for what we already have and what blessings God has given us. So I just wanted to tell you that. I hope that you like this video and you share it and subscribe to my channel. And I thank you for listening to me. Until we chat again. Bye.